What if I told you some buyers are actually leaving McDonough, Georgia right now, even with all the growth and new construction happening? But at the same time, I'm still helping people move here every single week. So what's really going on? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the real reasons people are leaving McDonough in 2026, and more importantly, why so many people are still choosing to move here anyway. We're going to talk about the pros and cons and what you actually need to know before making a move. And make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to tell you where people are moving to instead. And it might not be what you think. Hey, I'm Joanna Miles. I help buyers relocate to McDonough and the South Metro Atlanta area. Let's jump into it. Let's start with one of the biggest reasons why people are leaving McDonough: traffic. If you spent any time on I-75, especially anywhere near Jonesboro Road, Highway 20, or going towards the city, you already know. McDonough has grown fast, and the roads, they're still catching up. You've got more people moving south of Atlanta, more trucks, more development, and that creates congestion. And then you add in the Peach Pass lanes, which are reversible, so depending on the time of day, they might not even help you commute. So for some people, especially if they're commuting into Atlanta every day, that's a deal breaker. The second reason people are leaving is the cost. McDonough is still more affordable than a lot of areas closer to Atlanta, but prices have definitely gone up. New construction communities like Anderson Point Estates, Trinity Park, Gates at Pates Creek, even the new one at Windsong Estates by Century Communities, they've pushed prices into the upper 400s and even into the 500s depending on upgrades. Then you have property taxes, and a lot of buyers don't realize how much taxes can impact your monthly payment, especially if you haven't filled out your homestead exemption yet. So for homeowners, that increase in the monthly payment over time is enough to make you consider moving. Before I continue, if you're seriously considering relocating to McDonough or anywhere in Henry County, I've created 2 free resources for you. The first is my McDonough and Henry County Relocation Guide. It breaks down neighborhoods, commute patterns, schools, restaurants, and what daily life really feels like here. The second is my new construction guide, especially helpful if you're considering building or buying new in one of our growing communities. Both links are in the description below this video. If you're in research mode right now, go ahead and download those guides so you can make an informed decision. All right, let's keep going. Reason number 3 people are leaving, this is a big one, especially in new construction. Yes, McDonough has amazing options, but many neighborhoods are still being built out. So what does that mean? You're living in a construction zone for a while. Truck noise, unfinished lots, ongoing building, sometimes for years depending on the community. And for some people, they didn't expect that part of the process. They loved the model home, but didn't realize what daily life would feel like while everything is still under construction. Another reason some people hesitate or even leave is the schools. Now, I do want to be clear here. Henry County Schools has made great strides in preparing students using the Georgia standards and are being successful. And there are some very strong clusters in the area like Union Grove, Ola, and Dutchtown. But here's where the challenge comes in. A lot of relocation buyers are comparing ratings, programs, and school zones very closely. And what they're finding is the areas they really want to be in, either the homes are pushing their budget or they're not as close to the interstate or the airport as they would like. So now you're trying to balance 3 things at once: location, budget, and schools. And sometimes something has to give. And for some buyers, that's when they start looking outside McDonough and even outside of Henry County altogether. And the last reason is growth. McDonough is changing. I hear people saying McDonough is not what it used to be. You've got more shopping, more restaurants, more communities being built. And while that's a positive in a lot of ways, it also means more traffic, more people, in a different feel than it had years ago. For some longtime residents, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. So yes, people are leaving, but here's the part that most people don't talk about: why people are still moving to McDonough, Georgia. I still have buyers relocating every single week, and here's why. Compared to Atlanta, you still get a newer home, more space, and better value, A lot of my relocation clients are shocked at what they can get here. You're about 35 minutes, give or take, to the airport. That's huge for people who travel or relocate for work. You've got everything right here. Target, Publix, restaurants, shopping along I-75, plus Tanger outlets in Locust Grove, just minutes away. You've got places like Heritage Park, the McDonough Square, local restaurants. It still has that balance of space and convenience that a lot of people are looking for. The people that are moving, where are they going? Now here's the interesting part. Many people leaving McDonough aren't going far. They're moving to surrounding areas like Locust Grove, Jackson, Covington, or even a little further south. They still want access to McDonough, just with a little less congestion and sometimes lower costs. Is McDonough perfect? No, but no area is. It really comes down to what matters most to you, your commute, your budget, your lifestyle. And for a lot of people, McDonough still checks all the right boxes. At the end of the day, people are leaving McDonough, but people are still moving here every single day. It really just comes down to what matters most to you. If your priority is being close to the airport, having access to Atlanta, getting more house for your money, and being in an area that's still growing, McDonough can make a lot of sense. But if traffic, construction, and needing a very specific school zone is at the top of your list, that's something we want to look carefully at before you make a move. That's why I always say, don't just pick the city, pick the right area within it. If you're trying to figure that out, my contact information is right here on the screen. Reach out anytime. I'm happy to help you walk through it. And before you start touring, go ahead and download the relocation guide and the new construction guide below. It'll save you a lot of time and help you avoid some of the common mistakes I see. If this video gave you clarity, make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'd love to know what matters most to you. Commute, school, price point, or something else, because that really changes where you should be looking. I'll see you in the next video.